Hey, what's up, friends? Alloy7 here, and this is going to be the 2016 update to how to monetize your gaming videos here on YouTube. We're going to talk a bit about YouTube's gaming policy, which you should be seeing on screen right now. We're going to talk a little bit about how YouTube is now taking a stand against people filing inappropriate DMCA takedown notices, which is really awesome, and then talk a little bit at the end about how YouTube Red may or may not affect your income in the short and the long term as a creator here on YouTube. So many of you who've been through my other videos have seen this policy, so I won't spend a lot of time on it. I will recommend that everybody go read it. I'll have a link to it in the description. The bottom line here, it talks about what can I monetize, and very simply what they're going to let ride pretty much every single time is when you upload content from a copyright owner who publishes permission on their websites, or what they're calling a license in their license agreements here. So basically you've got like Blizzard, Ubisoft is known to have done this in the past. Companies like Mojang, the people that make Minecraft, even Microsoft now has a license agreement posted on their website that says if you follow these rules, you can monetize YouTube videos. In some cases, they even mention Twitch. You can monetize your videos as long as you adhere to these standards that we've laid out before you, and making sure your content's not offensive or any of the things that they won't want in it. In the what can't I monetize section, it's going to talk about if you don't have access to this license agreement, there's still a chance that you may be able to monetize the video. As long as basically it follows fair use. They don't really spell fair use out here, but that's essentially what they're saying. As long as you can prove that, the step-by-step commentary is strictly tied to the live action being shown, it provides instructional or educational value, and that video simply showing a user playing a video game may not be accepted for monetization. So for those of you who often ask me, can I upload videos without commentary? Can I upload Call of Duty videos? Well, the answer is right here. The challenge is a lot of times when you guys ask me that, you're looking for a yes or no answer. There is no yes or no answer. The answer is maybe, depending on how the copyright owner handles their licenses, depending on, or specifically when I say license, depending on how the copyright owner behaves if they find that somebody has uploaded their copyright material. Okay, that's a less technical way to say that. Now, if you've got questions as to whether or not your particular video falls under fair use, right here, they've posted it for the United States, for Europe, and even internationally. You have to remember that some countries internationally, I think Japan being one of them, don't have a fair use clause in their copyright laws. Okay, so so this covers those of you who might be thinking to ask me, hey, can you come check out my video and tell me if it adheres to the policy? Nope, because the people that are able to do that have written a lot about it here, and they are far more skilled in knowing how to do that than I am. I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. So that is essentially the long and short of YouTube's policy. We move on to this idea of a step toward protecting fair use on YouTube. And it basically talks about YouTube right here saying we are offering legal support to a handful of videos that we believe represent clear fair uses, which have been subject to DMCA takedowns. And they go on to say that with approval of the video creators, we'll leave it up on YouTube. But we're doing this because we recognize that creators can be intimidated by the DMCA's counter notification process and the potential for litigation that comes with it. Okay, and for more information on that, they've got links here. I'll have links to all of this stuff in the video description, by the way. The biggest thing I want you to take away from YouTube's new stance, and this is really awesome, by the way. While we can't offer legal protection to every video creator, which I read that to mean if you don't make us a legitimate amount of money to warrant us sending lawyers out to protect you, don't expect them to show up to help you. But while we can't offer legal protection to every video creator or even every video that has strong fair use defense, we'll continue to resist legally unsupported DMCA takedowns as a part of our normal process. This is a shot across the bow. It's a warning shot to all of the people who are doing these erroneous unsupported DMCA takedowns. YouTube has just said, we're going to come after that if you do it. So even though they probably won't defend you by sending money and lawyers to come help you out, they're defending you by telling the people out there doing ill that if you mess with our people, you're going to get a bloody nose because we're going to come at it and we're going to shut it down. So it's basically they won't necessarily cough up money to come help you, but they will adjust their procedures in order to protect you. Now, a lot of times with those of you that I help and have done coaching and knowledge-based videos for you, a lot of times you want black and white answers and you want definites. In this space, they do not exist. And that's another reason why I do these updates, to try to really drive the point home that a lot of times there is no black and white. There is no here is the exact right answer. There's just here's what the policy states and here's how we may interpret it. Okay, so you've got to do your best to make sure that what you're doing adheres to the things that we've discussed prior. And then very briefly talking about overall, will YouTube Red increase or decrease my channel income? And it says it all right here. The overall effect of YouTube Red on earnings remains to be seen, but we expect little disruption to creators' incomes or CPMs. And if I am a betting man, I think in the long term, we're going to see a bump in the CPMs. We're going to see a bump in the amount of revenue that we can make. I've actually looked at my analytics, which I think I have around here somewhere, sitting on a desk. And when you go through them, even though the amount of views and watch time that I get for YouTube Red specifically is substantially lower than what I get from non-YouTube Red subscribers, when I aggregate it out, when I kind of interpolate the numbers, it would give the illusion, at least for my most popular videos, that YouTube Red in the long term may end up paying more pound for pound, view for view, minute watch for minute watched than someone watching it who's not using YouTube Red. And it makes sense because YouTube's going to want people to subscribe. They're going to want to give incentive for people to watch and pay for YouTube Red. At the same time, they're going to want to incentivize their creators with more money because, as we all know, AdSense doesn't really pay that well. And so for those of you who I've worked with who've said, you know, YouTube for you is something that you want to use to earn money, I've encouraged you to look at other ways to use, like I use YouTube to have fun and engage with people, but I also use it, it's a way to market things that I sell or services that I provide, not just in the gaming space, but just in general. And so if earning money is a legitimate thing for you, then just depending on AdSense to support whatever your vision is on YouTube, you know, my kind of goal to reach the world and bring positivity, AdSense isn't really going to pay those bills unless, you know, you're at a PewDiePie level, which, as we all know, is not necessarily very easy to do. But YouTube Red does at least appear, from, you know, my preliminary look at my analytics, to pay just a little bit more than what I would get from just a standard view for someone that's not on YouTube Red there. So still remains to be confirmed 100% if that's going to be the case. Like if I looked at all of my numbers, I don't know if that same trend would still exist. But I just think it makes sense in the long term that YouTube Red is going to be a good thing for viewers and for creators alike. And that's what I have for you, friends, in terms of monetizing your gaming videos on YouTube. It's getting better and better. I hate to say I told you so to all the, you know, cynical people out there who years ago thought YouTube was going to shut down over all the content ID claims, but I did my silver lining video where I said, look guys, it's only going to get better. YouTube and Google are not dumb. They're smart companies. I actually have somewhere around here, I have Google's 2000 either 14 or 15 financial reports where I go through and I read a lot of stuff about these companies. You know, these are smart people. And they know what it takes in order to deliver something that people want and how to fund that and how to actually support the people who are bringing that content to folks. So I think it's only going to get better. I think these policies, you know, like we looked at here, they're going to continue to improve over time. And the great part is a lot of these publishers that they're talking about here, I like the term copyright owner more than publisher, but regardless, they're figuring it out too. Game developers and copyright owners are figuring out if we want to promote our stuff, it has to be on YouTube, it has to be in the hands of creators, and these creators have to be freed up in order to make content without worry. Hopefully you guys found this monetization video helpful. If you're really looking to start, build, grow, and monetize your gaming channel in the right way, I've also got some tools that can really help you do that. Over on my website, I have my frequently asked questions. I'll have it carded up above and also linked in the description below. It's basically me compiling the thousands of questions I've received since I started doing these types of knowledge videos on my channel. And it'll walk you through, especially if you're just getting started, it'll walk you through all of the questions that people ask all the time, give you resources and access to information. It's not only on my website, but you can also download it there in case you don't want to hang out on my website. You can have a PDF that you can just have on your desktop or on your phone that you can reference from time to time. Also, if you're looking to build a channel that's built to last, like you have goals on YouTube that you want to reach in terms of growth, in terms of being able to earn a certain amount of income, you're going to have to build something that's valuable and something that's going to last you for the years as YouTube continues to grow and get more viewers, but also get more competition in terms of creators. So I built my YouTube Gamer Survival Guide. It's an ebook that I created last year to help creators do exactly that. So you can check that out on the website, carded and linked in the description below. If you're really looking to accelerate your ability to reach your goals on YouTube, I've also created the YouTube Gamers Academy, which is available exclusively to our Patreon supporters. Again, that'll be carded and linked in the description below. And this is my private exclusive group where I do in-depth teaching. Not necessarily the stuff I do here on YouTube, which is usually very quick and me trying to get through points, but in-depth, focused knowledge videos that help you understand laying the foundation for a channel that not only builds quality, but will have longevity and be able to compete for years to come, laying that foundation of being compelling and making compelling content, and then targeting it and positioning it properly using search engine optimization techniques that will help people not only find your content, but want to be a part of what you're doing for years to come. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, definitely go and check those things out so that I can continue to help you further. Until next time, friends, until all are one, remember to be excellent to each other because we are stronger than I. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.